And now the conclusion of books 15 to 20 of The Bad Guys. In book 15, Shark and Panther get corrupted by Snake. We're introduced to a new minion of Splargon, Dr. Drillarg, who threatens to mutilate parts of the A-Team, Wolf and Fox. In book 16, we're introduced to one of the members of the others, Abe, who is a very compulsively honest bat. I like Abe's character trait in theory. In practice, perhaps not so much. He has the innocence of a child, so I think he's funny in that regard. But I suppose that's also pretty annoying after a while too. We're introduced to other members of the team, the Others, but they're just not that interesting. We find out that the Bull character, Buck Thunder, is actually an agent of Splargon. It's not a shock because we don't really care or know about Buck Thunder. Tiffany Fluffett's character, who's a cat in the books, has a major crash out over this development. We find out that Tiffany Fluffett is actually a stage name, and her real name is Dolores. Because of Buck Thunder's betrayal, Tiffany Fluffett decides to go by Dolores and be authentic to herself from now on. Wolf and Fox have hopped to another dimension in this cabin in woods where they're beset by another demon called Ghastly. I like the demon Ghastly's design because she's somewhat menacing and she actually manages to hurt Wolf. In book 17, they've arrived in Splargon's dimension, and so now they're here to confront him in his big Thunderdome arena. All of Splargon's minions are here, and they're all part of this big heavy metal band, so they're playing drums, they're playing guitars. Splargon kills one of the members of the team, and he seemingly does seize victory. I'm getting ahead of myself a bit, but I think Splargon could have been made into a much bigger threat. In book 18, there's a twist, which I'm not going to spoil here. Apparently I got it wrong. Rhonda the mouse is actually Rhonda the Tasmanian devil. Go figure. The twist isn't all that consequential, and I don't think that it's even that good a twist. I really don't know what to make of this twist. Do you prefer twists that are telegraphed to you? Or do you prefer hasty, arbitrary kind of twists that come out of left field? I think in order to pull off a great twist, you need misdirection. You need to fool the audience. But you need to leave clues and Easter eggs too. Book 19, Wolf and Snake confront each other. I like the flashbacks that the previous books were dropping. We find out through flashback that it's actually Wolf that persuaded and coaxed Snake into a life of crime. Wolf in turn was coaxed into a life of crime by his father, and I hope they adapt this into the movies. In the final book, Wolf goes back in time to convince his previous self to turn good. I think the movie did the redemption theme a lot better because I think Wolf actually reconciles with the consequences of his actions. Wolf says goodbye to his crew, but I don't think that they share the camaraderie they think they do, and they haven't seen each other in such a long while. They don't feel as cohesive. At the end of the day, this series is supposed to be a spoof, and I think I'm being a little bit hard with it. I think the first 10 books are more cohesive.